Let's read the Mage Alexander's Log Part 1. My experiments continue to return results I must consider unreliable. Methodological errors are not at fault. The problem lies in the shoddy, infallible research material I am forced to work with despite his prior assurance. Vesserod is unable to provide me with enough moderately healthy specimens for my tests. Most of the material is starved and terrified, having been dragged here straight from the dungeon. Material? He means peasants. I waste a great deal of time daily washing and delousing them before I will so much as let them set foot in my laboratory. Sterility first. As Marty Sodergren managed to prove in her little-known work, the attitude of a patient undergoing treatment can have a significant impact on the battle against the disease. Unfortunately, the volunteers with which I am supplied do not show sufficient comprehension, let alone enthusiasm, for the noble work in which they are taking part. Is he talking about the placebo effect? In fact, it seems they consider the research part of their punishment. I have tried a few times, though I am but a poor speaker, to convince them that they are contributing to the eradication of one of the greatest plagues tormenting mankind. I had the distinct impression they understood little, but perhaps their stupor was merely the result of the early stages of the illness. Of course, it is impossible to achieve success without significant sacrifices. The overwhelming majority of them will have to lay down their trifling lives on the altar of learning, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Well, that's mighty big of you. Yeah, right. Easy for you to say, because you're not the one dying. Of course, he did end up dead. Ultimately. But that was at the hands of the peasants that thought they had food here. Oh, I don't think we came up here. We didn't get all the way to the top when we first came in. Oh my.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Yeah. So these are the peasants they were using for the experiments. Oh man. That is a shitty way to die. This Alexander guy is a real dick. This mage, I guess he got what was coming to him. Hey, Keira. Keira of the cupcakes.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Mage from the Isle, tell me about him.
Tell me more about this mage from the Isle. Were you two close?
Never expected you'd take such an interest in my private life.
More interested to know if you bonded, as fellow magic practitioners.
Oh, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those anxious experimenters, forever short on sleep. The kind that thinks perfect happiness is an isolated tower and a full set of vials and alembics.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
Able to persuade Graham to go to the tower with you? Did you mention there was a pester involved?
He knew the risks, but he'd also heard lots of stories about true love, whose kiss can break any spell. Can't help thinking that gave him courage.
And? It ended well?
Depends how you look at it. Curse is lifted, Annabelle's spirit is left in peace. But Graham's dead.
Oh, poor boy. Still, he's proved that true love may be more common than some suppose.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
Alright, we done here.
Alright. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Could you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Why not? If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
Okay. We're done with this Towerful of Mice. And now we have a favor for a friend.